who knows you best? Your friends? Your parents? Your partner? Well, maybe, but it's probably Mark Zuckerberg. Why? Data. Datafication is the third trend reshaping our information environment. We often think of data as code, but it's actually just recorded information. Words, videos, contact lists, social posts, pictures, steps, transactions, journeys, even personal hygiene like brushing your teeth are all sources of data. The ability to capture and break down our lives into data means companies like Meta know incredible amounts about us. And they use this data to sell us stuff. That's how social media works, and it's why it's addictive, because that means they can sell us even more adverts. That feeling your phone must be listening to you? Well, sometimes it is. A few years back, researchers found that Shazam could listen to the TV in your living room. Smart TVs themselves are listening too. Samsung warned us about that almost a decade ago. Even the air fryer is in on the action. Some of the apps we use to control these gadgets are able to access our microphones, and those apps are linked to tracking technologies used by TikTok. The amount of data generated on social media platforms is expected to grow by 463 exabytes, that's 463 billion gigabytes a day this year. To put that in perspective, in 2003, it was estimated that all of the words spoken by human beings since the dawn of time were equivalent to just 5 exabytes of data. But all of this data doesn't just belong to big companies, it's ours. We all use data in our lives to understand the world. It's just that the more data you have, the better you can understand the world. And the better you can understand the world, the more you can influence it. Which is why such unequal access to data about our lives is a little concerning. Nobody wants to pay double for an Uber because they're on 3% battery, but if taxi companies can use data like that to make money, imagine the things we could do with more public-private data sharing. Given how much we've already seen the information environment fragmenting and how hard it can be to find and reach your audience, collecting and using data as well as possible to guide your influencing efforts is a critical part of doing communications well. More about how to do that later in the series, but coming up next are the final 2 trends we need to understand before we can finally talk about AI. Follow me for more.